First it was 2, now it's 4. Freakier Friday, because apparently chaos is the new plot twist. Freakier Friday came out August 8th and is a new sequel to the 2003 version of Freaky Friday. It has been 22 years since the first Freaky Friday, and now Lindsay Lohan, also known as Anna, is now a mom, and she's switching bodies with her daughter. And Jamie Lee Curtis, Lindsay Lohan's mom, Tess, is switching bodies with her soon-to-be step-granddaughter. The four-way swap seems to be like a fortune cookie on crack. It all starts out with Anna finding love at her daughter's school. Too bad the love she finds is the father of her daughter's bully. They fall in love so bad, once planning to get married, they plan to move to a different country, and that's where no one can decide whether to stay or move. And since no one can decide, fate goes ahead and helps them out by switching everyone's bodies. And then the rest of the movie is just them having a lot of chaos throughout, trying to figure out how to return themselves to their own bodies. Today I'm going to rate the movie in 5 different categories: story, pacing, realism, genre fit, and rewatchability. And I'll also be giving a bonus point at the end for originality. The story was good. It was pretty much them trying to figure out how to return to their own bodies. A good take on the original Freaky Friday. The movie does try to tug at your heartstrings, if you have any, and it does a pretty good job at that as well. It surely made the people I went with emotional, to say the least. The movie overall was well done. There is some parts that could have been skipped over, as there is in many movies. Overall, I rate the story a 1.25 out of 2. Next, pacing. Were my eyes glued to the screen, or was I ready to walk out the movies? At first, when the movie started, I wasn't really feeling it. It was a slow pace, felt like a slow pace getting to the point. Typical rebellious teenager while their parents are trying to control them. I would say hard start. I wouldn't mind going to the bathroom or trying to get my snacks at the beginning for sure. But then when they started switching bodies and all the chaos began, that's when I started getting glued in. Yes, it's basically the 2003 version of Freaky Friday, but it's a good reboot. I found myself, just like everyone else in the movies, laughing at a lot of parts and enjoying the plot, even though I basically knew how the plot would end. I rate this a 1 out of 2. Realism. Did the characters act like someone would have acted in their position? I would say probably. I probably would. If I was a teenager that switched with an adult body, I would definitely be doing a lot of adult stuff, such as driving and a lot of other stuff that adults can do and teenagers can't. There was a couple scenes where the kids were fighting at school that definitely wouldn't have happened in real life, but no complaints overall. For this part, I'll give it a 1.75 out of 2. Genre fit. Freaky Friday was supposed to be a fantasy/comedy, and I think it hit the nail on the head. Fantasy, of course, because they're all switching bodies, and that probably wouldn't have happened in real life. And they definitely got the comedy part. I went in there with no intentions of chuckling or anything, and I was bursting out laughing in some parts. For this part, I'll rate it a 2 out of 2. Rewatchability. Would I watch it again? I would say yeah. I wouldn't go back to the movies and rewatch it in the movie theater. But if someone was playing it at their house on a TV, I'd probably sit down and watch it. Or later down the road, if it popped up in one of my streaming services, I might click it to just watch it. For this part, I'll rate it a 1.5 out of 2. And now for the originality bonus point. For this, it will be 0 to 1 on a rating scale. Real quick, skip back to the last review I did on weapons. I might have been too harsh, so I will give the previous review a 1 out of 1 for originality, making that total a 5.25 out of 10 total. But for this movie, for originality, I'll give it a 0.5 out of 1. I definitely have seen this plot before, but it still had a great twist. All in all, Freakier Friday gets a total of 8 out of 10. To be honest, I wasn't really expecting that. They were able to turn a cult classic into a great sequel. Rotten Tomatoes rates this a 73%. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave your opinion in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more reviews.